Welcome to our February-March edition of Let's Get Growing. And we're going to try a new format, and we're going to call it 10 Green Tips to Grow On. So let's start out with the 10 things that you're going to do in February. Number 1, mulch bare spots in all beds. Number 2, cut off your perennial dead stalks and foliage. Number 3, remove the top layer of mulch and place it to the side, and then you can put in more compost or drip irrigation, etc., and then you can move your mulch back into the bed. Number 4 is you're going to mow once a week or spray those weeds that have come up. Number 5, continue major pruning of your trees, and you can do that through the end of February. Number 6 is cut your ground cover beds back. Number 7, prune your roses back by 50%. Now you'll want to hold off on your climbers, and we'll prune those in the spring after that first bloom. Number 8, add to the compost pile. And number 9, water before you plant, after you plant, and very important during the growth cycle. And number 10, last but not least, let's continue to feed the birds. And now on to March 10 tips to grow on. And number 1, prepare those beds for planting. So we're going to add our soil amendments, etc., and prepare the beds. Number 2, mow or trim those freeze-damaged evergreen beds. Mulch them after you mow them. Number 3, mow those lawn areas as needed. Don't let those weeds go to seed because they'll just become part of the lawn. Number 4, divide your existing perennials and separate them and share with a friend. But you also make a lot of friends out of your neighbors by sharing. And number 5, as you're cutting back those annuals before you put the mulch on, put some compost down. Number 6, fertilize all your planting areas except for the azaleas. 3-1-2 ratio, 15-5-10, 21-7-14, just for an example. Number 7, you're going to plant from pots all these lovely annuals for summer color, and your list is on the screen. So look for these and try a few new things this year. Number 8, don't prune your spring blooming shrubs until after they've finished blooming, and that includes our climbing roses, and then we can prune. Number 9, mulch all newly planted spots, bare areas, and around the trees. And number 10, last but not least, things to watch out for are bugs on all our new foliage. All right, well, for our demonstration today, we're going to talk about growing herbs in the kitchen window. If you have herbs in the kitchen window, you'll use them. So we're going to start out with this aromatherapy grow kit. And the reason that I went with this is it came with these Jiffy peat pots, which you just merely soak them in water and they expand and will fill this container. In addition, they gave us these aromatic herb seeds. But in order to expedite things, I went out and purchased plants that have already been grown from seed, boxwood basil. This one is what we call thyme, lemon thyme, and last but not least, parsley. So what we're going to do is we're going to take each individual pot and we put a little bit of soil in the bottom. Now, as you can see, this container is much smaller or larger than this container I want to put it into. Not to worry. So we're going to remove this plastic wrapper. You can see that originally we had 3 plants, and they very easily separate. Now, if I put all 3 plants in here, it's going to be way too full. So I'm going to put 1 in, and you can see I have enough soil in the container to get it to its original height. And then we just take a little soil, add it around the edge. So you see we have a nice round little globe basil. Make sure to leave a little lip on the top so that you have enough room to water. And also, hang on to your plant tags and stick them back into your container so that you don't forget what you planted. You've got your tag to tell you. And now we have our herb container or our window herb garden. You will not go wrong giving this as a gift or keeping it at home for yourself. So that's your top 10 green tips for February and March. And remember, April will be just as exciting in the garden, but the most important thing is, grow on.